Alright, well I got the new fuel sending units in along with the stainless steel brackets. This is the old one that I just pulled out, and this is after I had scraped all of the flaky rust off with my hand, kind of like this, before I pulled it out. So you can see how bad it is. So I highly suggest you just spend the money and replace the fuel sending unit. I mean, here's the old one, and then there was another plate right around here that was just rusted to crap in it. When I pulled it out, that plate was just fell, all the rust flakes just fell in. So I think it's definitely worth the money to change it out if you already have the gas tank out and everything. So go ahead and put it in and we'll go from there. All right, so the next thing I did is I took all my tin off of the interior and got it powder coated. Got the decals from Go Westy. If you're trying to do this yourself, it was a pain getting this piece off of the galley, and I'll tell you why. This little lip right here, it goes along, and then here, let me walk over here and show you. So it clips in basically over this piece of metal right here. So it took me a long time to figure out how to do it, and with the help of Abel Longoria, he kind of pointed me in the right direction. But there's two screws on the side, there's one right here and then one on the other side, and what I had to do is peel the bottom back without feeling like I was about to break it. So peel it back and then get a rubber hammer, this is a dead weight, and just hit the front along and slowly work it way off of it. So that's what I did. You might find it easier on yours. Mine was pretty rusted, so I went ahead and did that. I got some other stuff powder coated in here as well. I'm gonna have to replace this little valve knob for the stove. Broke this off when I was bringing it up, so looks like it's just these two red screws. Bring it off, put a new one in. But and definitely wasn't cheap, but it's about the best lead acid battery you can get without spending thousands of dollars probably. We were gonna use a lithium ion battery, but we still didn't feel comfortable with the technology yet. There's some cases where lithium ion has caught fire, so we decided to go with a lead acid battery for a few years, and then hopefully by the time we need to replace this battery, then lithium ion will be where it needs to be. So this is a flag post battery. So I went ahead and put them on this side. I'm going to have a fuse block over here. Then I'm going to route another wire, 8-gauge wire from the positive terminal up over to under the seat right up there, where there will be another fuse block and the battery chargers right there, along with some other stuff I'm going to mount under the seat right there. So some other common places for people to put auxiliary batteries are under this little section right here under the seat, or inside the cabinet right here. But we wanted a 250 amp hour battery, and this is really the only place inside the cabin where we wanted to mount it. And another reason we wanted to go with the sealed battery is my dad didn't want the fumes coming up from the battery. I know we both didn't really know what the side effects are from having the fumes escape the battery, but we figured if the automotive industry wanted to stay away from just mounting the battery inside without routing a vent hose outside, there probably was reasons behind that. So we went ahead and got this sealed one. I just put it, I'm using this this little ridge to hold it in place from sliding this way. I also put a little plastic stopper on this side as well as right there, so it's I'm using this to keep it from moving this way. So it's in there pretty good. It's 150 pounds, so it's not light, but this will be running the fridge and all of our auxiliary. Well, excuse the mess, but I'll kind of show you what I'm doing here with the auxiliary battery. It's very similar to Go Westie's auxiliary battery setup, but they keep a battery in this location right here, and I decided to put my larger battery behind the rear bench seat. But everything else is pretty much the same. I went with a larger 20 amp charger here. And it's a dual bank charger, so these two slots come in and tie into this isolator. One of the positives goes to one side to charge the auxiliary battery, and the other one goes to the other side to charge the main battery. And it charges the main battery first, or whichever one you plug into this side. It charges this one first, and then once that one's fully charged, it will switch over to charge the rear battery, or the auxiliary battery. This is a 50 breaker right here. And then this is my line that goes to the auxiliary battery that I ran behind the galley and kind of under the cabinets there. But so let's just from the auxiliary battery comes in here, goes into this breaker. Then from the breaker, there's a jumper that jumps over to this side of the isolator. And from the breaker, from the same port, it comes up to this auxiliary fuse panel, so I can run any kind of power I want with this Blue Sea fuse panel here. Coming through the cabinets, comes in this hole I had to drill. Then it goes into this striker separator. So this is a 4-gauge wire right here that I'm going to plug into the battery. And then it splits into two 8-gauge wires that go. One goes directly to this fuse panel right here, and the other one goes up to the fuse panel in the front, like I just showed. And I don't have a heater under here. I'm planning on using this location to kind of protect the computers for the Subaru diesel, the ECU and all that. So you can kind of see back there, there's the regular hole for the regular computer to come through, and here's the grommet, just the stock grommet. I'm planning on reusing that, but I'm going to just route those in and just keep them under the box. But gives me a little bit of space over here for storage, but we really wanted the 250 amp hour battery, and this is an AGM battery, which is a little bit better in deep cycle. You can kind of see the specs here, but that's what we wanted. Next is solar panels and a controller.